it's been such a difficult year, and a difficult year, 2020 and 2021, the start of it. So prayers to everyone that's been affected by the losses, and like you said, the thing that happened in the Capitol building was tragic as well. That was so you know disturbing and all those things. So, but yeah, hopefully we'll get through it all.
Yeah. And obviously now we just have to keep a positive mindset and just continue doing the things where we are doing right now with the podcast and the shows, and keep everyone entertained with our content. So that's the main thing.
Yes, that is the main thing. You're exactly right. So, but yeah, let everyone know about the show and what you got going and all that.
Oh man, so excuse me. You can find us on Twitter, and you can find my show on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, everywhere, pretty much. The NR Hour, YouTube, even. And I have a pretty good guest lineup coming up this week.
Yeah.
But Monday, today, I'm actually interviewing basketball player Trey Moses. If you guys heard of him, he's a guy from Ball State University, and he played overseas. So he's coming on the show tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern. So everyone tune in Instagram Live. I'll be looking forward to that. And then tomorrow, I'm doing an NFL playoff segment with Gabby at 12 p.m. Eastern. So I'm really looking forward to that one. Monday I have Ruth from the Beauty and Cleats podcast at 7 p.m. And then Monday I'm expected to have Brian McFadden, the former NFL player. He's
Okay.
he's supposed to come on Monday. We haven't announced anything yet, but hopefully soon. Tuesday I have Nick Hardwick, a former center from the Chargers. He's coming on Tuesday. And then I have Shelly Teal on Tuesday. She's a motivational speaker. She used to call games back in the day, and she's related to the Kittle family, George Kittle, and the tight end from the 49ers. So she's related to them. Wednesday, I have Dalvin Barrow Sr., a former Saints defensive back.
Defensive back. Yep.
Really looking forward to that. Still working on Thursday, but Friday is the biggest one. Demarius Smith from the NFLPA.
Yes.
He works with Roger Goodell, so I'm really looking forward to that one on Friday. But I'm still working on Thursday. But that's the list so far for this coming week.
Yeah, you got an all-star lineup, man. For I mean, ever since we connected, we've always had great guests, and like I said, we've been on each other's shows, and T-Rod, Terran Rodriguez, he's in the chat room. He said hello, but he says he's lost count how many times you've been on this show. He said on my show, and then he said he got a question like, how does Nathan get all these guests and interviews lined up with well-known players and staff members? He said I see some of the guests, and he wonders how he's able to get them to come on. So how do you I know we break it down. We've done it before, but how do you reach out to your guests?
Yeah, so that's a great question. But before we get to that, I forgot something to mention for future interviews. Look out January 21st. I'm having Super Bowl 50 champ Ryan Harris on the show. January 21st. He's an offensive tackle. Won the Super Bowl with the Broncos. Obviously played with Peyton Manning. So I'm really looking forward to that one. January 21st. Look out for that. But yeah, so when it comes to reaching out to people, it's usually the PR person. I had to go through the PR person for Demarius Smith, so that worked well. And also connections. It's all about having connections, Taryn. So, building your connections is a big thing in this industry, and also making sure that you're on top of the PR person. Sometimes they forget because they have a busy schedule too as a PR person. So if you keep tabs on them, you'll hopefully get it done. So I'm just grateful that I'm able to get all these stuff done and then build connections. That's the main thing. So,
yeah, I'm with you because you said sometimes we have the same guests. Sometimes a lot of times we have different guests, and like you said, you got Ruth the Truth from the Beauty and the Cleats. I had them on maybe a month ago now, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and actually I remember you were like, "Oh, he's like, I like these guys, I like these guys, girls. Let's let me see if I can connect with them." And you did. We got it working for you. And now Ruth the Truth and Kaylee.
Unfortunately, Kaylee can't join, so only Ruth.
Kaylee's been pretty busy.
Yeah.
I think she's got like 3 podcasts, 2 or 3 podcasts herself. I know she does one on Sunday. She does the Beauty and the Cleats, and she does something else. And I think she's CEO of a company, something like that. So she does a lot of stuff. But yeah, Ruth, she has her own podcast. She has the Beauty and Cleats podcast because you have Martin Grammatica too, her
Yeah.
partner. She's on a show with him every day as well. So they're yeah. But you said to get the connections, you just like you said, we kind of reach out, kind of go through either their PR or just in general, kind of reach out right to them directly. And it's good to have these great connections because without Instagram, without Facebook and Twitter, who knows how we'd be connecting? We'll have to connect with them. I sometimes connect with them by email still, so you got to go through them too. Yeah.
Yeah, like this, like I said, I'm not done, man. There's still some big things being in the works right now. So, stay tuned because I'm going big or I'm going big or going home at this point. Because this is my page is growing. I just wish that I can find my new co-host pretty soon, but I wish Ariel was here and because she would have been like she would have liked this stuff. Obviously, she's busy with her masters, but look out for other big time guests. I'm working on a few more big things, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely keep grinding, man. Like I said, credit and props, respect to you for all you do in the podcast industry, man. And yeah, keep up the work, man, because you definitely have built a network for yourself. And but yeah, that's definitely. I'm glad to be a part of that too. I'm glad that I've been on the show a lot of the times myself. So
Yeah,
um,
Courtney. Yeah, you're killing it also, and just shout out to you because you guys like I said you guys as a group are I think one of the best in the podcast game in my opinion.
Thank you. Yeah, we really appreciate that. And shout out to Miss Mocabella in the chat room as well.
Hey,
She
good.
says Happy New Year. So yeah, sorry about your Miami Dolphins getting
Uh,
spanked in the last game by Buffalo and not making the playoffs. So yeah, they laid an egg in that last game, so they had a chance, but
my
unfortunately for them.
my Cowboys are in the same boat, so
Yeah,
off
yeah.
season.
My Eagles been out, so so we can't even. I'm not even going to talk about that. I already talked a little bit about the NFC least. But let's get into these. Since we're talking here, is wild card weekend, a super wild card weekend. They're calling it because there's 6 games this weekend, 3 today, 3 tomorrow. And what are you looking forward to in these games coming up? Which games are you looking forward to? Let's start with today's games. Which games are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to all three of them, by the way, because
Yes,
yeah,
right.
let's start with the Colts and Bills because I feel
Yeah,
like
that's the first game. Yep.
this game can go either way, and the Colts are obviously a good team, and the Bills obviously on fire. I think they're the hottest team in the NFL right now, besides the Chiefs. But um, I think the Colts can keep it. I got the Bills winning this game at home, especially if they're gonna have some fans in there, so that's gonna be a little advantage. But Josh Allen is playing out of his mind, so
Yeah.
guy is a heck of a quarterback, and obviously the offense is loaded, defense is good, so the Colts will be able to keep it close. Don't if people think it's gonna be a blowout. No, it's not. It's gonna be a close game, but I think the Bills are gonna win this and then move on to the next round. So I got the Bills winning 30-21.
I can see that, and I got the Bills winning too. Josh Allen, MVP candidate. And I know when we did our, I think we did a show with Ben. I think it was the fantasy show, and we were talking playoffs. And I think you picked Buffalo to actually go to the Super Bowl, right?
Yep.
Yeah, to beat Kansas City. So Buffalo's 13-3. They're going to the 11-5 Colts. They're playing at 1 o'clock today, so they're the first game. So it's going to be that's going to be an interesting game because as you said, Josh Allen is playing MVP. He's got Stephon Diggs. John Brown is back. They got offense. Their
Yep.
offense is tremendous, and they're averaging over 30 plus points a game.
Their
So
their defense is nasty too. So
yeah, and the funny thing is their defense has taken a step back a little, but now they're playing well towards the end of the year, and that's what you need. So they have the pieces to make a great run. The Colts are good too. I mean, Phillip Rivers leading the way right now. This might be his last year. They got a good running game, Jonathan Taylor. and they got a solid defense too. So I can see the Bills still putting up points and winning this game, something like that, 31-21, something in that regard. But I got Buffalo winning and scoring about 30 plus points.
Yeah, they're over 30 points. The Bills are going to score over 30 points today, and I got them winning 30. But I got them winning 30-21. So I think that could happen too. So
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's move on to the next game. We got the Rams and the Seahawks.
I
Uh,
like this matchup.
yeah, this is a matchup. We're not sure if Jared Goff is playing or his backup, John Warford. I think is how you say it. Will be in the center. I guess Goff will be playing because he's had the thumbs. I think he had thumb surgery actually, which is
Yeah.
interesting. Is he's going to be playing like 2 weeks after having thumb surgery, but this is the playoffs. They squeaked in at 10-6. They're playing Russell Wilson back at it again in the playoffs. And who do you got winning this game?
I got Seattle winning 34-27. I feel like no, actually 34-20. Sorry, 34-20. I don't think the Rams without Jared Goff. I don't think they're gonna have enough firepower to beat the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks with Russell Wilson, obviously his resume speaks for itself. Um, and the Seahawks, obviously their defense is a little concerning to me, the Seattle's defense. But if the offense they have with Lockett, DK Metcalf, and all these other weapons, there's no way that the Rams will keep up with them. So I got the Seahawks winning 34-20.
Yeah, this is an interesting one because the Seahawks have went back to um, they went back to running the football now, and it looks like if with them running the football, they went back to their bread and butter. Now Russell Wilson can make a lot of plays. Remember, in the beginning of the year, Russell Wilson was the MVP for the first 8 weeks, and it was the thing was let Russell cook, let him cook, and he was cooking. But now Pete
Yep.
Carroll goes back to what he loves to do is run the football. But I think Russell Wilson's going to make enough plays now and get back to passing the ball. Uh, and Seattle's defense is concerning, but I think they can hold the Rams a little bit. And if Golf is not healthy, and if Warford does play, it's going to be interesting. And T-Rod said he has the Rams beating the Seahawks 20-17. He says he said, yeah, the Ramsey DK Metcalf matchup is I think that's a big, huge key. And the Rams have a good defense. They have a really good defense. But I think Russell Wilson, like I said, he was MVP for the first 8 weeks, and I think he's going to get back to playing that type of football. And so I got Seattle winning in a close one. I got it like 23-17 Seattle. But I would not take the Rams lightly. They can run the ball. They have two good receivers, Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp. And if Golf is just slightly healthy, they got a really good chance to upset Seattle.
Right. But I think Seattle has got this in the book. I think they're going to win 34-20. I have confidence in Seattle's offense, but the problem with Seattle, their defense. But I think they can survive the round one wild card. But when it comes to these other rounds, I don't think Seattle can survive the other rounds. I think today they will survive.
Yeah, and we've seen Russell Wilson in these type of situations before. He just makes plays. Like the guy's just a playmaker, and he steps it up in the playoffs. And the thing is, in the Rams, they got that good defensive line. Aaron Donald, you still gotta protect Russell Wilson from him and getting in that backfield. But I think if they run the football, they don't turn the ball over, and Russell Wilson he'll make enough plays. I think they'll win this game. So I got Seattle winning in a real close one. So, but T-Rod said he don't think they'll drop 30 points on the Rams. I don't think so. I don't think so either. I guess I got it like 23-17, Seattle. So I think I got it real close. But that's another great game. I mean, you said these games are good, are really good. But the last game of today is Tampa Bay and Washington. The Washington football team that made it out of our NFC least. And Tom Brady's back in the playoffs with a new team, Tampa Bay. What do you think of this matchup with Washington and Tampa Bay?
Okay, here's the thing. So today we just got news that Mike Evans is not playing, so he's out. And then there's another report out there that the Washington might start Taylor Heineke. I don't know the reason why. I thought Alex Smith was ready to go today. I got to look up that more, but there's a report out there, something saying they might start Tyler Heineke tonight. Do you know any reports why, or is
Oh,
Alex?
I didn't see that. Unless I knew Alex Smith was starting, but let's look it up real quick. We might be live and breaking news right on here.
I,
Let's see.
I saw something on someone's Instagram story that there's a chance that Tyler Heineke might start. So I don't know.
Oh, let's see. I'm gonna check ESPN real quick while we're
When
talking.
it comes, yeah, when it comes to tonight's game, I got the Washington football team beating the Buccaneers 24 to 20. So I feel like the defense for Washington will come up big, and Chase, look out for Chase Young tonight. I think he's going to ball out. But yeah, whoever's under center with Washington, I'm still going to pick them because something's clicking in that locker room, and obviously they've been through a lot of adversity with Alex Smith coming back and
Yeah.
Ron Rivera going through cancer. So I think there's some kind of vibe going in there. So I think they can. I think they have a chance to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, that's an upset, and that would be an upset. And Chase Young said he called out Tom Brady. I just can't bet against Tom Brady still, even to this day. I just can't. Like, I can't bet on the GOAT. And I didn't see anything on ESPN. Nothing that Alex Smith wasn't playing. So I guess you gotta just go with Alex Smith playing. But I got the Bucks winning. I got them winning 20. I got them winning like 27-14. I think they take care of business against Washington because Tom Brady's on a mission. I think he wants to prove that he can win without Bill Belichick. He's got most of his weapons back. Mike Evans, he said he's questionable, but still got Godwin. Antonio Brown has now become more acclimated with the system. And Tom Brady, again, towards the end of the year, he's been playing like Tom Brady. So, but Washington's defensive front is dangerous, but I don't think they're gonna because if they try to put pressure on Brady, he could pick them apart. So I think that's what he's gonna do. So I got him. I got Tampa Bay, and I got Tampa Bay winning 27-14 over Washington. Like I said, Washington could put that pressure on him, but I just don't think Alex Smith is going to be able to go toe to toe with Tom Brady in that offense.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. All three of these games, anything it could go either way. So I'm really excited for these playoff games today, and even tomorrow too. I'm really excited for tomorrow. But yeah, today's games, man, it's gonna be exciting to watch. And whoever is a football fan, man, enjoy, relax, sit at home, drink some stuff, eat. And
Yes, because think of it too, like thinking of, with Tampa Bay, yeah, this wild card weekend is a wild one. They still got Gronk, so the Brady Gronk connection is starting to heat up as well. So yeah, Alex Smith has been dealing with soreness, might not play. Brady has Godwin, Gronk, Ronald Jones, yes, AB, yes, all those weapons. So he said you're a bold man picking Washington. He says, "Hey, I still got Tampa though, man. I got this Tom Brady. Like he said, he wants to try to get to another Super Bowl, and they've turned it on at the right time. So I think that they'll take care of business against Washington. So, but let's get into these Sunday games too. These are really good games as well. Let's keep it moving. Let's talk about Baltimore and Tennessee. This is a rematch from last year when Baltimore was running away with everything last year, and I think they were 14-2 last. Yeah, they were 14-2 last season, and then they ran right into Tennessee. And Lamar Jackson now 0-2 in the playoffs. So can he get over the hump? That's always going to be the question. So who do you got winning this one? They both teams 11-5.
I got Tennessee Titans winning this game in a close
Mm-hmm.
one. 20. I'm going to say 27-24 Tennessee. I feel like they're yeah, obviously you got to start with Derrick Henry, one of the best running backs in the league right now. 2K
Yes.
over 2 yards this year, man. That's unbelievable. And I like Ryan Tannehill. What a great story he is, and he's obviously flourishing with Tennessee. That's the right team for him. Mike Rabel always has them competing hard. I just love the way they play. So, I mean, Baltimore is heating up too at the right time, but I think Tennessee. I think they're gonna. They'll be able to come out strong, and they're gonna win this game 27-24 tomorrow. I got Tennessee.
That's a good prediction too. I think it's going to be close. I was going back and forth with this one, and I don't even know. I think I'm leaning more towards Baltimore. I think they get it done this time around. I think the way, like I said, the way they've been playing at the end of the year, their defense is starting to play well. Lamar Jackson is finally getting it going from midseason on, and they're running the football, and that's the key to them is to run the football. But they have to stop. They have to stop Derrick Henry, as you said. This guy ran over 2,000 yards, another MVP candidate. If it wasn't for Aaron Rodgers and Josh Allen, Derrick Henry probably wins MVP. So I mean, he was that good. Like 2,000 yards, you know that you're going to get with Tennessee. They're an efficient offense. They can run the football. You talked about Ryan Tannehill. He's had a tremendous success. He threw for over almost 4,000 yards, 33 touchdowns. So he's got weapons. He's got Henry. So they're going to be tough to beat. I think it's going to be a high scoring game actually too. I got it something like 37-33. Baltimore, though, I think Baltimore will put up the points because Tennessee's defense is terrible. They can't stop anybody. So Baltimore should be able to run the football, but now they're going to have to throw it. But I think Lamar Jackson get his first win, and I'm going with Baltimore to win this one. So we're disagreeing on a lot of these, but we got the close scores. So 37-33, I got Baltimore winning against Tennessee.
Yeah.
So and then we got two more games. So we got the Bears and the Saints. Bears 8-8.
Not even the question. Saints are gonna roll through the Bears, man. I can't. The Saints offense is too loaded, and Drew Brees is back, Emmanuel Sanders, Alvin Kamara. There's no weakness on that team. So I think all I have to say is good luck, Bears, man.
Yeah. We don't talk too much about this. I think the Saints. Drew Brees is getting his weapons back. He and he's got Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara. They're coming back. I know Alvin Kamara had COVID. So, but I know that he's supposed. They say he's supposed to play tomorrow. So if he plays tomorrow, good luck to Bears stopping that offense and Drew Brees.
But here's the thing. Let me bring up an interesting point here for the Bears situation. This is a big game. If Mitchell Trubisky plays today, tomorrow. Sorry, tomorrow. This is a big game for him because it could dictate. It could dictate. This is a game where the Bears can see where their next quarterback will be. I think if Mitchell Trubisky has a bad game, then they're going to search for a new one. So I think this is a game that this is Mitchell Trubisky's Super Bowl right now. Here tomorrow's game. I think this is I'm really looking forward to seeing if Mitchell plays because I think he needs to come up big for the Bears. And it doesn't matter. They don't need to win. He needs to put up big numbers for the Bears in order to see for them if he can be a legitimate starting quarterback. If he can't, then they should call Deshaun Watson, man. Call the Texans. Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, there's a lot of dissension with that with Deshaun Watson. So they gotta definitely figure that out with the Texans. They better keep Deshaun Watson. If not, he's going somewhere else, and they're gonna want a boatload of picks and players for Deshaun Watson. But I got the Saints winning this.
Yeah.
I'm just not a believer in Trubisky, not in the playoffs at least. And he's played well. He's played well towards the end of the year. They definitely have been running the football, and he's got weapons too. Montgomery's been running the football extremely well. Allen Robinson is a stud receiver, but as I said, it's Drew Brees. This is his last chance to really try to get to another Super Bowl because I think he's going to retire after this year. So they got Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara. They're coming back. They still got Emmanuel Sanders. He's getting all his toys back. Drew Brees is. So I got the Saints winning 28-17 tomorrow. So, but one more game. Oh, go ahead.
I got the Saints winning 34-17.
34-17. Yep. So we agree on that one. So last game is the Browns and Steelers. Browns finally get over that hump and they make the playoffs 11-5. They're going against the Steelers that are 12-4. Steelers had that hot start. I think they started 10-0, 9-0, and then they kind of fell off a little bit, but they did enough to win a division, get a home game against their division rival Cleveland. What do you got? Who do you got winning this game?
I got the Cleveland Browns winning.
Ooh, upset.
I got the Cleveland Browns winning 27-23. I feel like the Browns are riding high. Obviously, this is their time to shine, to prove people wrong. So I feel like they're capable of winning this game. Obviously, the big loss. So Kevin Stefanski will not be there, obviously with COVID. So it's gonna be interesting to see the coach that's taken over, how he's gonna call the game throughout if he's gonna switch it up a little bit or what they're gonna do. So, but I think they had the best 1-2 punch in the run with the running backs with Chubb and Kareem Hunt.
Yeah.
All they need to run the ball, play their own game, and I feel confident in the Browns this year. So they're going to win 27-23, and they're going to beat the Steelers in Pittsburgh.
That is an upset. That's a huge upset. If Cleveland can beat the Steelers in Pittsburgh, who will have fans in the stands, I can't see it. I think with Big Ben and Big Ben got a rest. He got the rest last week. He's been banged up a little bit, so this might be his last run too. You know, he got all these veteran quarterbacks, Big Ben and Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, Tom Brady. This could be their last run of this era of the eras of the quarterbacks, but of their era. But I think Pittsburgh. I think they'll beat Cleveland. I got them winning like 30 to 18. I'm gonna go with like a real weird score in this one. It's just because of the division. And I think Pittsburgh's defense is still solid, even though you can run on them, and that's what Cleveland's going to do. But they're not going to have their coach. I know their coach had got COVID. So how prepared are Cleveland's going to be? I think that's a concern. Just making the playoffs. Baker Mayfield, you want him to – you got to force him to throw the football, and we'll see how he does in pressure situation like this. Big Ben has been here, you know, winning 2 Super Bowls, and they've been in the playoffs a lot of times, and they got those young receivers too. So I actually think Pittsburgh's going to pick them apart and win like 30-18. So I'm gonna stick with that. I think it's gonna be like 30-18 Pittsburgh. I think they'll get a couple of sacks on Baker Mayfield, force them into a couple of turnovers, and I got the Steelers winning this one.
The reason why I'm picking the Browns because I really believe in their running backs. If they get the running game going, then they definitely have a chance. And plus their defense, I like their defense. Obviously with Myles Garrett, the pass rush, all they need to do is continue putting pressure on Big Ben.
Yeah.
If they do, they'll be fine. So those are the two things if those two things click for them tomorrow, then they definitely have a chance to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. So
yeah, if they can run the football and Baker Mayfield limits his turnovers, and plus, like I said, that defensive front can get pressure on Ben, which is tough. But if they could do all those things, that's a big key. If they could do all those, then they really have a chance. Like I said, I think that Ben, I think he just, you know, like I said, this could be his last chance of getting far in the playoffs and into a Super Bowl as well. And remember, Pittsburgh was winning. Maybe they peaked too early, but now they could actually turn around. Tomlin is such a good coach. He'll have them. I think he'll have them ready. He'll have Pittsburgh ready. But a lot of good games, man. And I'm gonna a couple of comments here. T-Rod says that he said you were definitely bold for picking Washington. Like I said, he's got Bills, Rams, and Bucks today, and Titans, Saints, Browns tomorrow. So he picks the Browns too. He picks Titans and Browns too. He says that the Titans are Lamar Jackson's kryptonite. King Henry will reign supreme. He said the Bears need Nick Foles. Right. Nick Foles can save the day maybe again for the Bears, but it's Mitchell Trubisky. He said the Browns are the best duo running backs in the NFL, but you can't count out Baker Mayfield, but it's tough to stop Big Ben. That's my thing. I think it's going to be tough to stop Big Ben to win, to not win this game. So I got the Steelers. So, but yeah, that's good predictions, man. Good breakdown on that. Let's talk about a couple more news in the NFL. Like I said, everybody check out our wild card weekend starting today at 1:00. And this will be up before the game starts. You can check out all of our predictions and breakdowns of the games before you watch the games. But let's talk about Jacksonville, the Jacksonville Jaguars. You know, they fired their coach. They got a number 1 pick, Trevor Lawrence. Do you think Urban Meyer goes to Jacksonville?
There's a chance, yeah. Actually, I think he's going to interview with them pretty soon. I heard. So it's going to be looking forward to seeing what happens there. Another candidate, they should also continue pursue Brian Campbell from Buffalo Bills. I think he would be a perfect fit too in Jacksonville. He would be a perfect fit anywhere. But so I'm gonna. If I had to say, I think Urban Meyer. I think he ends up in Jacksonville, and then they're going to draft Obviously, here's an interesting point though. If they do have, if they do get Urban Meyer, obviously Justin Fields has a Ohio State connection, and Urban Meyer, obviously former coach at Ohio State. I really do think there's a possibility that if they get Urban Meyer, they can switch gears and draft Justin Fields #1. That's still a possibility if they do get Urban Meyer.
Yeah, and he was linked a couple weeks ago actually, and I know when we last time we talked on our fantasy football show, we were talking about this that Doug Marrone could get fired because Jacksonville was what 1-15. They won their first game and they lost 15 in a row, so they were worse than the Jets this season, which was hard to believe. And the Jets were really bad too, and it's a decent situation over there in Jacksonville. And Urban Meyer, he wants a lot of money, and if he can get Trevor Lawrence, and he'll start from there. It's a good way to build that team. That team can only get better. I don't think it can get any worse.
But the Justin Fields point I brought up, I think that don't discount that Justin Fields point
Right.
either.
Yeah. You mean especially if Justin Fields? I mean, the game he had in the last topic we're going to talk about is college football. Justin Fields, he definitely has earned where he's going to go. He's going to go to one of these top teams in the top 5, top 7, depending on who needs a quarterback. So I can see Justin Fields. I just don't think Trevor Lawrence. He's been linked to the #1 pick for the last couple of years. He had a tremendous year this season. And they're saying, a lot of people are saying that he's a generational talent. So, but I'm not going to discount Justin Fields, especially the game he just had against Clemson with 6 touchdowns. Like, this guy was just balling out.
Crazy.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the last topic I wanted to discuss with you is the college football. We got Alabama. Shout out to Ariel, your former co-host. Yes, I know she's just jumping up for joy. Alabama made it to the national championship and going against Ohio State. I think this is the matchup a lot of people wanted to see. 2 big time schools. We've seen Clemson, Alabama, but Ohio State, Alabama just has a ring to it with the big time schools. What do you think of the national championship, which is Monday? I know there was talk about they was going to postpone it, but it's still on for Monday, and it's a big game. But 2 big time schools, Alabama and Ohio State. What do you think?
Yeah. So man, I'm going to pick Roll Tide, man. Roll Tide. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm a big Alabama fan too, and I gotta support my girl Ariel too, man. So definitely going Roll Tide, and I'm picking. They're going to beat Ohio State 35 to 27. I think it's going to be a close game and high scoring game too. So it's going to be a great game too. Mac Jones, obviously, Devontae Smith. You got Justin Fields and then Najee Harris. Both teams have great talent on both sides. So it's going to be a heck of a game. Can't wait. This is like the Super Bowl of college football. So it's going to be. I think Twitter is going to be live on Monday night. And what a great day, great day to have Ruth on, because obviously I'm going to discuss this with Ruth, and then hopefully Brian McFadden also if he comes on Monday. So we're going to talk about that. But I think Roll Tide is going to roll, and they're going to win their 7th. I think this will be Nick Saban's 7th, right? National championship.
Yeah, 7th national championship if he wins this, and he's only one time has won a championship, but the team was undefeated. So all his other championships, they at least had 1 loss. But this will be his 2nd time with an undefeated team, and you have to consider this team if they go undefeated, especially the times that we were in with COVID and such an unprecedented season. If he could pull this off, man, and they're clicking offensively right now, man. I mean, all year Alabama's been clicking, and they their defense is starting to play well. They stomped on Notre Dame last week. I have Alabama winning this game too. I think it's going to be a high scoring, a real close one, but I think Alabama will make enough plays, and they've just been like I said, they've been rolling. They've been the Roll Tide this season. They've been rolling, so I can see Alabama winning this like 38-31, something like that, something crazy. I'm not gonna discredit Ohio State because a lot of people didn't think they deserved to be there. They're only playing 6 games, but it's not their fault, really. I mean, they just started late and all the things that happened, like we talked about with the COVID and things like that. But I'm going with Alabama winning this. Ohio State. T-Rod said he's going with Ohio State. Said Ohio State has a lot of momentum.
Really,
He said,
Terrence?
yeah, he said they have a lot of momentum, and Fields is playing like a man possessed. He is, but
Yeah.
he's going against a different beast in Alabama.
Oh man, roll tide. Let's go. Hey, but let me. I Here's the thing: the campus on Alabama. Obviously, Ariel's going to get the inside scoop. That campus is going to be rocking on Monday night if
Oh
they
yeah,
do win. If the Alabama wins, that Alabama campus is going to be rocking.
yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a good game. Like I said, I think this is the matchup, at least for fans and for TV ratings. Like I said, Clemson is a powerhouse school program, and but Ohio State with 8 national championships themselves altogether. This in Alabama now, I think this was the matchup everybody wanted to see, and now we get it. Two big time schools, and this is it. This is the national championship. So can't wait to watch. And I know BS3 is gonna do a live show. I think on Monday during the first half at least of the or second half maybe of the game. So I might join that, and I got another interview that same day, but I might actually join that at 10 o'clock. So I know if you want to jump in, he'll be live on after you talk with Ruth. It'll be at 10 o'clock, I think, on Monday. So we'll have our YouTube
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah,
watch.
I'm down. That'd be awesome. Yeah, let's do. What time is that? 10 o'clock, right?
I think it's at 10, so it'll be like the second half of the game. So yeah, he'll definitely have the link up. So I'll definitely let you know totally.
Yeah,
So, but
that'd be
yeah,
awesome. I mean, like, like I said, this is a Super Bowl of college football, and
it is.
it doesn't get any better. So I'm really looking forward to 2 more days. But man, what a great weekend of football, right? Like
Yeah,
first you wild card, and then you end it with college football. It's amazing.
it is a great weekend for football. That's why I named it the Wild Card Weekend. That's why I named it because it's not just the NFL. We got, like I said, we had NFL news, we got college news, we got college football national championship. We got a lot of different things going on here for football, and so much is going on in the NFL and college football, and it's coming to an end, but still got NBA that's starting to roll now, and we have college basketball still going on right now. Baseball's coming up. I know you're excited about Major League Baseball. NHL starts next week.
Yep.
So I got the hockey lady coming on the show Monday. So we're gonna talk a
Yeah,
little NHL on Monday night. So we're gonna preview the season and doing that. So
she's
check
amazing.
that out.
She's
Yeah.
amazing. I had her on the show too. She's amazing.
Yeah, yeah. This will be my third. This will be her third time on the show. So I said when the game time comes to hockey, I got to get her on. So I got her on next week, Monday night. So definitely check that out. So, but Nathan, man, thank you for coming on the show. So you said what you got coming up today? You got any interviews coming today?
Yeah, today at 6 p.m. Eastern, Trey Moses. He's a
Trey
basketball
Moses. Yep.
player of Ball State University, and obviously played overseas. And he's a center position. So tune in 6 p.m. Eastern on Instagram Live. And before we end this, I gotta get your take on something real quick.
Yeah, you sure.
On the Jim Harbaugh news. What do you think about that? Because now that changes everything. Because people thought he was going to go to the NFL, but now since Michigan has re-signed him, do you think that's a good move? Do you think Michigan is obviously during this underneath this other obviously we're living in a different world, but do you think this is a good move for Michigan long term? Do you think they can bounce back next year? What are your thoughts on this extension with Jim Harbaugh?
Yeah, I was listening to a show earlier this morning. They were talking about it, and I don't get it. I don't know why they re-signed him. Like you said, I get that they said well, we're living in different times, and but he hasn't improved Michigan as much at all, And I know there's a lot of high expectations, but they can never beat Ohio State. They can't. They don't even get to the Big Ten championship at all. And once he gets to do that, I think then he would have success. But he hasn't he hasn't moved the needle for Michigan at all. So I was very surprised that he ended up getting an extension. I thought he was going to NFL. I thought that they weren't going to extend him. So long term, I don't think it was a good move. What do you think?
Uh, I mean, they signed him to a 5-year deal, I think, right?
Yeah.
So in this next 3 or 4 years, they better contend for a national championship because I don't know, to be honest, I think Jim Harbaugh is a better fit in the NFL. I think he brings more value to an NFL team, like what he did
Right.
with the 49ers, bringing them to a Super Bowl. So I think he fits better with the NFL. But to be honest, I agree with you. I don't think this is a good move, and I think this is a red flag move. This is a safe pick for Michigan. I think they should have went in a different direction, and Harbaugh would have been a perfect fit for New York Jets or some other team. So
Yeah, I just didn't. I didn't see this coming. But it's a Michigan move, and so I could just definitely see why they did it. But long term, like you said, they got to get to the at least the Big Ten championship, and they haven't done that at all. So I can I just don't. I just don't understand it, but if he can just turn them around just a little bit and they can just they can improve a little, maybe, but I just don't see it. I don't see it working long term.
yeah, me neither.
So, well, Nathan, man, again, thank you for coming onto the show, man. Like I said, we've been doing this, a lot of like I just said, you've been on my show like 6 times, and I've been on your show like 3, 4, maybe 5 times. Me, you, and Ariel had a couple shows that we did together, and so again, wish the best of luck to you, and keep grinding, and let everyone know they can follow you and find you on social media and your show.
Yeah, so thank you, Courtney, again for having me. This has been an honor, and obviously, you guys keep up the great work. I know, and you guys are gonna do big. You guys are doing big things already, also, and you can find my show on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, the NR Hour Show _ and like I said, stay tuned. I mean, this week I got a loaded guest list. Still working on Thursday, but I'm just grateful that it's coming together now, and I'm just hoping I can have a new co-host in soon. I'm still working through that process. It's crazy. It has to fit with their schedule, so that's an ongoing process. But right now, focus on getting more guests on the show and just keep putting out content. That's the main thing, putting out content. And right now, so far, so good. This is what I told people last year. Look out, man. And it's coming together. Look, and you see what's going on. So it's amazing.
Yeah, you keep getting those great guests. And like I said, we help each other out, and we just kind of look at both of our shows, and we just say, okay, he had this person, so I'm gonna reach out to this person, and same thing, right? So, but yeah, man, like I said, utmost credit, utmost props to you. A lot of respect for you, and thanks for always coming onto the show, and really respect your opinions and things like that, and your takes. And like I said, good luck with everything that you're doing. And again, this will be up on all platforms as well. So I'll have this video up on Facebook, and the link will be on Twitter and everything. So, and LinkedIn. So check it out. And thanks again, man, for coming on. And good luck with everything that you're doing. And enjoy the weekend.
Yeah, thank you again for having me. And let's go NFL playoff time, and then college football playoffs coming on Monday. Man, like I said, good to be a sports fan. And like I said, keep killing it. And I know that you have another show after this, so keep killing that.
Thanks, man. Yep. Yeah, definitely. I got another show on Zoom in the next half an hour, so stay tuned for that. And again, like I said, this will be on all social media and podcast platforms. So thanks, man. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
By the way, my Super Bowl picks, Bills, Packers. So there you go.
All right, and I got Chiefs and Packers. That's my Super Bowl pick. So yeah. All right, man. Talk to you soon.
All right, man.
Later.